Hey guys, if you're looking for the best legendaries in Borderlands 4, keep watching because you are about to see where to find the most game-changing guns in the game. I will be showing you each gun's best known farming spot so you can get your hands on them as soon as possible. And make sure to watch until the end because I have saved my absolute favourite for last. This thing is a beast. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's go. The first weapon you definitely need to get your hands on is the complex root, and this is a sniper rifle which is kicking this video off with a bang. So the thing that you're really going to love about this one is the perk, which is called the Sierpinski, and this spawns additional diverging projectiles along its path. So what you're going to see is a bunch of these glowing blue grenades, and they're just going to swarm enemies and just blow them up, and it looks absolutely ridiculous. Now, this complex route that I've got here is called the Fluorescent Nadir complex route, and it comes with the Hyperion licensed shield. So when you zoom in, this is going to enable shields, so it's going to cut down on the damage much more. And to get the complex route, the fastest way to get it is by going right here. This is the tipping point order bunker, which is in Idolator's Noose in the Fade Fields. But there's a little thing you need to do to get in first, because like with all bunkers, you have to actually try and get through the door using a canister. So this is the way to do that. You want to go through here, follow this route, and then pick up the canister. It is quite hidden, so I'm showing you the exact way to get in. Obviously, if you've already done this, you can skip forward a bit, but that's the way to get through this door. Anyway, once you're inside, just follow the simple route all the way to the end and you will find the Mimikron. So this is the boss, and this is the best source of the complex route sniper. You can actually get the complex route in the world in random drops, but just out of everyone who's defeated the Mimikron boss, they're finding a lot of success getting the complex route here. It is quite a challenging fight, so it's a robot that just continuously tries to rush you and melee you, which is bad enough, but also the gimmick here is that the bot turns invisible, so that's going to be quite hard to track. If he doesn't drop that legendary complex route, just go back and do it again. So go back, go to the Moxie's machine, buy the fight for 30,000, yeah, that's how much it costs, 30,000, and then go back and try and get your roll. And that's the first legendary weapon in this video. The next legendary weapon that's going to make you uber powerful in Borderlands 4 is the Linebacker. Now, this is a shotgun, and the gimmick here is that the shotgun has bouncing projectiles. So with the full coverage perk, these bouncing projectiles increase damage by 25% and damage radius by 35% per bounce. And what's great is these projectiles bounce 5 times. So on each bounce, they're just increasing that damage and just going up and up. Not only in terms of damage as well, but in terms of radius. So the actual explosion gets bigger as it travels along. And this is such a fun gun to use. It's almost like you're carpet bombing the arena. If you combine the Linebacker with the Super Soldier Shield, you can't run out of ammo. So where to get the Linebacker? It is called the Lambent Mines. You have to do a mission before you get to it, though. You have to have completed the Shadow of the Mountain story mission. So at the end of the Lambent Mines, you will find a Skyspanner Cratch, and here's where you can just keep farming again and again. And a few tips for making this fight as easy as possible. Always be moving in this fight. That's because Skyspanner Cratch has these sort of, I want to call them floating ticks with explosive balloons on them, and they're just going to be homing their way towards you throughout the entire fight. So if you stay in one place, they're going to be homing in your location and they're just going to blow up. But that's enough about the Linebacker. We're going to move on to an even more explosive gun. This is the KICKBALLER. This is an insane weapon that shoots explosive projectiles with shotgun-like velocity. And look at the damage it's doing here. I found it's really useful with these little swarmy enemies. So any enemy that kind of rushes at you in a swarm and packs in tight, the splash damage here is going to absolutely take them all out. One other thing this does have is the alternate fire mode. So if you press down on the D-pad, you're going to be able to select the shockwave mode, and this makes you unleash a shockwave, and it's just going to clear out all enemies around you. So this alternate fire mode is called Energy Blast. So what it does is charge fires a wide-angled blast that deals, on this gun, it's 8,363 damage. So that's really, really good to have as well. But you want to know where to get this, so I'm going to tell you exactly where. This kickballer drops from the Sludge Moor. So the Sludge Moor is located in the first area, which is the south of the map. Now, the quickest route to the Sludge Moor, if you've not found it yet, is from your safe house. So once you've got this safe house, you want to go in this direction, because it is quite hard to find if you've not found it. So go here. The safe house is called Someday Rise, and from here you want to go straight into this little doorway and follow this route. Now, to unlock the Sludge Moor, you have to actually do two side quests. First, you need to do the side quest called Null and Void, and then you have to do the side quest called Charged Up. So these two side quests you need to do, and then you'll unlock the Sludge Moor. The Sludge Moor is actually found at the end of these quests. So make sure you do those. You can actually find these side quests in and around the same area. So look to those and you can get this fight. And the Sludge Moor is actually pretty easy. It's one of the easiest farming bosses. That's going to up your chances of getting the Kickballer. And you just keep farming this over and over. So after the Sludge Moor's done, grapple up here, like so, and then go through the purple portal, and then you can get the Moxie's little Moxie's machine at the end. So just keep farming this over and over. Okay, I have to say, this legendary weapon is one of my favorites. It's the Rainbow Vomit shotgun. And what this does, it has a color spray, so it's really unique in that respect. So when you shoot this weapon, it actually paints the environment with rainbow colors. But not only that, the rainbow colors aren't just for show, they actually have corrosive, incendiary, and radioactive elements. The one I've got here is called the Looming Rainbow Vomit shotgun. So what this does is it has a Jacob's critical hit part, and it makes it so critical hits will ricochet projectiles to nearby enemies, and that's always good on any gun. Jacobs is undefeated in that respect. It also has the alt fire, so this has the gravity harpoon, and it makes it so when you fire the gravity harpoon using the alt fire, it deals 2,089 damage and pulls in nearby enemies as well. But it's just such a joy to use this one because it's really colourful, and it's just that Borderlands feel of just being able to engage in cartoonish, outlandish combat. But if you want to get the Rainbow Vomit, you want to go to Vile Lictor. So Vile Lictor is one of the main story bosses, and he's located right here. This is in the Windspear region, and it's in the Umbral Foundry. Now, you won't be able to reach this straight away. You will have to do something first, and that is the mission called His Vile Sanctum. So make sure you do this story mission, His Vile Sanctum, and you will unlock the fight with Vile Lictor. This is going to lead you right to him. And this is honestly one of the toughest fights in the game, at least for me. Really high health bar and really strong attacks. But when you do this, you will hopefully unlock that Rainbow Vomit. But if you are struggling with this one, there is an alternate source that is great to get the Rainbow Vomit, and that is Leader Wilhelm in Carcadia Burns. So that's another boss you can farm. And this is found, Leader Wilhelm is found after the Enter Electi missions. So after you do the Enter Electi missions, that's going to take you right to Leader Wilhelm. However, there is something that you really need to know after defeating Vile Lictor. Just going back to Vile Lictor, you can't then go to the Moxie's machine straight away. So after you defeat Vile Lictor, it's going to kick you back out to the little room outside, and then you have to fast travel right to the entrance. So fast travel there, and then you have to actually go through the door outside into the outer environment and then finish off the quest. After you finished off that quest, then you can fast travel back to the Umbral Foundry, which you have to do by going here, and then fast traveling inside the foundry, and then following this route all the way through up to the end, and the Mad Moxie machine will be right there. So yeah, it is actually quite a trek because you can't go right to the machine. You have to actually go through the interior, but you can skip all the enemies around and just run straight to it. It's going to take you about, I'd say, a minute to get back to it. But with Val Lictor being a great source for legendary loot, then it's definitely worth it. Okay, on to the last and I would say the best legendary weapon in Borderlands 4. It's all subjective, of course, but I really have fun with this one. This is TK's Wave. And again, it's a shotgun, but it's like no shotgun you have ever seen before. It just unleashes every time you pull the trigger a wave of golden, explosive, bouncing projectiles every single angle of the environment. It also passes straight through enemies, so it can actually penetrate enemies behind enemies. And what I like about it is it has a great knockdown as well. So if you manage to pinpoint an enemy right in the chest, for instance, it will send that enemy flying, knocking them down, and then you can just finish them off while they're on the floor. Now, with the TK's Wave, a lot of people are saying that you want to get one with the spread launcher. So get the spread launcher on this, and it's going to have a lot more damage. There's also one with tracker grenades. So this one doesn't have the tracker grenades, but if you have the tracker grenades, this is going to follow enemies and then blow them up. Finally, if you really want to get broken with this and just totally cheese the game, well, I guess it's not really cheesing, but it's going to make everything super easy, you want to get one with the COV licensed magazine. So this gun makes it, well, after the COV licensed magazine, it will have an unlimited magazine size. So virtually unlimited ammo. The only downside is it will heat up if you hold the trigger down, and it will eventually break, forcing your character to give it a whack and repair it in the midst of battle. But you get going again, and it's only, you know, a few extra seconds on top of that reload time. So instead of reloading, you're just going to hit it and repair it, and that is what is going to be the reload. So slightly longer reload time, but a unlimited ammo, which feels insane, especially for the TK's Wave. But if you want to get this one, I'm going to show you exactly where to go. What you want to get, what you want to do is go to the Callus boss fight. So this is the Callus Harbinger of Annihilating Death, and he is located in Craven's Nook. So this is in the north of the map right here, and what you want to do is, again, like the previous bunker in this video, you're going to be locked out of accessing this bunker, so you have to get the fuel canister. So grapple it here. It's quite hard to see, actually. It's right camouflaged in the rock, but if you turn around, you can find it down below the cliff edge, and then just throw it at the door to open that door. And inside, you're going to find a bit of a mini dungeon again, but go through the dungeon, and you will, at the end, find Callus, Harbinger of Annihilating Death. And he's pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. He has a lot of attacks, so he has a shockwave attack. He can summon these noxious pools of goo, which you have to watch out for. And also at points he enters turret mode and he just fires at you, which is quite hard. But he is the best way to get the TK's Wave. So make sure to take him on for that. But if you wanted an alternate source, because I always like to give you alternate sources to get guns, then you can also get TK's Wave from Rock'n'Roller. And this is the boss in the Abandoned Auger Mines. So this is in the northwest of the map, this region, the dry and deserty region. And if you go into the Auger Mines, at the end of the mines, you'll find Rock'n'Roller. And he will also drop TK's Wave. So anyway, those were the best legendary weapons, in my opinion, in Borderlands 4. But what about you? What legendary weapons are you using, and where on earth are you finding them? Let me know, and you know, I might shout you out in the next video because I'm always looking for tips. So yeah, make sure to comment below and I'll give you a little shout out in the next one. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you in the next one.